ho, ho, YouTubenites.
Then there were 3.
Lord of the Long Box, again, Comic-Con podcast takeover, CovrPrice weekly top 10.
It's the second time I've been on a Comic-Con podcast without being invited. It's amazing.
So this is the CovrPrice top 10 week ending December 19th. And of course, while you all congregate, I decided to throw in a new little video here for the festivities.
Ooh, interesting.
I dropped this one.
In a world where everyone had a Merry Christmas, the time is now.
1, 2, 3, DJ Lady Style, a.k.a. the Busy Girl. Rock the funky beat, the funky beat.
Oh, that was so sweet. It warmed my heart, everybody. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone.
So, what's going on, everybody? Lords of the Long Box. I am your host for the evening, Nemesis Prime. What's going on to my buddy to my left, Darkside Jedi? Say what's up.
Hey. Tuesday night, top 11, the best top 11 on YouTube. Shout out to my son, Gavin. He turns 15 tomorrow. I just want to say happy birthday to him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, if you're watching, happy birthday. And for the rest of you, welcome to the show. Let's get it.
And the man below us sandwiched in between the 2 middle fingers.
Just how I like it.
It's fitting.
Well,
it's fitting.
So I guess I'm going to follow Ryan's lead there, and I'm going to say shout out to my niece, whose birthday is tomorrow as well. She'll be 12. Oh, wow. But I guarantee you she's not watching this. She's a 12-year-old girl who has zero interest in comic
clean,
books.
Just in case.
Yeah, so yeah, but hey, shout out to everyone in the chat. Let's make sure, I know we're, a lot of spoilers out there, but let's keep this spoiler free for Spider-Man for anyone who has not seen it. I'm sure everyone knows what's going on, but let's just play it safe. Cool.
I don't know, man. This week's books are definitely, you're screwed. So the over-under is 4.5 on Spider-Man No Way Home related books. Of course, let's kick it with some of our sponsors. Of course, this is programmed by KRS Comics. Shout out to KRS Comics. If you use the discount code of LOTLB, you get 15% off any of their exclusives. Nothing is dropping this week, but they still do have the Venom Appreciation variant done by Mike Mayhew. If you order anything over $50 by the end of the year, you get this cool Venom Zard for free. So make sure you go check that out. Of course, this is the CovrPrice top 10 week ending December 19th. We are here on December 21st. And of course, if there's not a top 10, we always have the number 11. Who's the runner-up this week?
So number 11 is America number 1 from 2017. So as you'll see, comic collectors and speculators are all about what's next. It shouldn't be a major spoiler that film goers were provided with the first trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness after the final credits of Spider-Man No Way Home. In the trailer, we see the back of America Chavez. This quick shot helped throw more kindling on the fire building around her key appearances and covers. The first ongoing series is following the steady trend of buyers moving on the next affordable key, which is this. This first issue sold 15 copies, 7-day trend of 177%, high sale of $222.21 for a CGC 9.8. Note that most of this 12-issue run carries significant market value. It's definitely worth paying close attention to all issues and their various covers.
Yeah, man, this book is definitely a good book to find. The America Chavez series was definitely low printed. There's a ton of great variants out there. Jen Bartel, Arthur Adams had a 1 in 50. There's a second printing for this one as well. This is definitely, she is going to be something to look forward to in 2022. So, rounding out the runner-up, what do we got for number 10, Ryan?
Well, I see your America number 1. I raise you vengeance number 1.
You son of a bitch. You sandbagging son of a bitch.
America's first appearance in this issue is Pure Fire. That is way out of reach for most collectors. That second trailer shot of her back helped move 19 copies of this issue with a 7-day trend of 119% and a high sale. Get this, a 9.8 went for $1,700.
Wow. It's crazy.
Awesome. Very crazy.
Big numbers. Yeah, this is a great series. Of course, cover done by Gabrielle Delato. We saw her very briefly in a after credit scene. That's why this is moving. So very hard to not play this with the spoiler free, but I'm looking forward to her getting some more action in 2022. And we're right around the corner for what is it? Doctor Strange. It's coming out in May. So
yeah,
it's
crazy,
it's right
man.
there. So in at number 10, Vengeance number 1 from Marvel Comics from 2011. What do we got at number 9?
Well, damn. So we're still on that Spider-Man train. So we got Amazing Spider-Man number 10 from 2014. So with Spider-Man No Way Home released, the next Spidey-based film to look forward to is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Since the first film's release, Spider-based books have not only skyrocketed, but have also retained value. There's a tremendous number of alternate Spider-Man women to speculate upon, with one frontrunner, Spider-Punk, Hobart Hobie Brown. His first appearance in this issue has organically grown over the past several years due to him becoming a popular cosplay character. However, after the trailer, Spider-Man India and Spider-Man 2099 saw significant spikes in price. This has forced collectors to buy into these other characters sooner rather than later. This moved 18 copies with a 7-day trend of 175% and a high sale of $228 for CGC 9.8.
Man, this is a book that's shocking me right now because I feel like this book is out there in the wild for the simple fact is this was a huge event for Dan Slott and Spider-Man. Of course, you have issue number 9 is like second appearance of Spider-Gwen. You got number 10, first appearance of course, Spider-Punk in here. There's the Captain Universe Spider-Man. I don't know why this entire series is. I would definitely recommend looking for these in your sets. Go to your local comic shops and looking into your set boxes.
I'm disappointed that I had this whole run. I sold it a year ago, like 2 or 3 years ago. Sad.
Same here, man. Same here. And of course, we got the over/under on Spider-Man related books at 4.5. So let's keep moving along. So at number 9, Amazing Spider-Man number 10 from Marvel Comics back in 2014. What do we got at number 8?
Well, here we have another bad idea. This is Odin's Eye number 1. And one of Bad Idea's final 5, Odin's Eye, their new title, proved challenging to find in stores. This has been typical across all of their titles, which have forced collectors to turn to online sales, which moved 20 copies this week. It gave a 7-day uptick of 162%, and it had a high sale of $75 for a raw copy. And that is one badass cover, man. I like that a lot.
It's also obnoxious though how they added another N on Odin as well.
Yeah, that's okay. I can get past that. That eye skull thing is sweet.
Yeah, it's cool.
I got nothing to say for Bad Idea. Of course, anytime their books come out, they always are on this top 10 list. Whatever it is, Tankers, you name it, ENIAC, it always happens. It's on it and it's off it within a week. So we won't see this book again. So if you can get it right now, get it for cover, flip it, and then that's it. So coming in at number 8, you got Odin's Eye, number 1 from Bad Idea.
Odin.
Number 8. So what do we got for number 7?
Damn, man. if you weren't thinking America Chavez was going to show up, you were wrong. So Marvel Now .1, number 1 from 2012. So spillover from the recent America Chavez. Heat has extended this Marvel Now .1 cover, which features the first appearance of America Chavez on a cover, which is very tiny in one of the playing cards. What's more notable is that inside this issue features the first appearance of America Chavez in the Marvel 616 universe. In this issue, she appears younger from her Vengeance appearance and features her more modern look / costume. This long undervalued issue moved 46 copies, 7-day trend of 121%, and a high sale of $299 for a CGC 9.8. Man,
I don't know, man. These Marvel Now.
This is also a book you could probably find in a bin, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I think I might have the variant for this one.
These are the books that you figure you have Sam Alexander in the Marvel .1. Of course, you get the Kamala Khan, and now you have this one. And this one was moving for a little bit. I did see these are like $15-20, but man, she popped. There it is, $2.99. I think I got 2 of these. I definitely got to get myself over there and slab this one. So number 7, Marvel Now .1. This was the one from 2012. There are a couple different years that they did the Marvel Now, so make sure you're looking for this one with Nick Fury on the cover. You got a little America Chavez in the left-hand corner with the Young Avengers. So coming in at number 7. What do we got at number 6?
Sleepwalker number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's on a list. It's been on a couple times, hasn't it? From 1991. It's recently reported that a project centered on Marvel Sleepwalker is in development at Marvel. However, the recent reveal of the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness action figure, say that 5 times real fast, included Sleepwalker. Most of the line features characters appearing in the film. Sleepwalker's inclusion, along with Despair, or does it Despair? Despair. Despair. Okay. Oh, there you go. From first team up in Marvel Team Up number 68, that's volume 1, and Rintrah have spiked their first appearances with speculation on Sleepwalker already. This gave it that extra push and sold double the number of copies it did last week, with 49 copies sold, 7-day upcheck of 127%, and a high sale of $285 for a CGC 9.8. I may have a couple of these in a box somewhere.
I think a lot of people should have a lot of these, because we talked about this
years
on a
ago.
long-term spec report at least about a year or 2 ago, and I bought up a ton of these. I remember I was buying them in lots. This is a book from the 90s. If you weren't buying Darkhawk number 1, you were probably buying Sleepwalker number 1 to go right with it. So great book to have. Sleepwalker was a great run. Last week we had that epic anthology book here on the list, which I had never seen until last week's list.
Yeah,
so
that was a crazy one.
Definitely the 90s are hitting it hard, of course, from our boy Gabe. So coming in at number 6, we got Sleepwalker number 1. And if you don't say, I was just telling the guys backstage that I actually sold something on my slabs, and it only took out 1%. So let's hear from our sponsor, My Slabs.
Tired of paying 10%, 15%, or more to sell your cards, comics, and digital collectibles? How does 1% sound? Too good to be true? Well, not anymore. MySlabs.com is the web's premier user-driven marketplace for buying and selling slabbed cards, sealed wax, and now slabbed comics and digital collectibles. So the next time you're forced to pay 10% or more to sell something from your collection, head over to MySlabs.com and join the 1% revolution.
That's right. So again, number 6, you got Sleepwalker number 1. We're halfway through the list, so let's hit those top 5 books. What do we got at number 5?
Number 5, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 365 from 1992. So returning to the list this week, once again, is the preview of Spider-Man 2099 number 1. So per CGC, it gets the honor of being the first appearance of Miguel O'Hara in Spider-Man 2099. This first is still going strong with 79 copies sold, giving it a 7-day trend of 92% and a high sale of $446 for a CGC 9.8.
Was this was number 1 last week, right?
Yeah, I think so, man. This one's been around like on the list.
Is this number 1 or number 2? I think this one, the next one was it was vice versa.
think Ryan's teasing it.
Yeah,
So
ooh, a little
number
tease,
5,
baby.
we have Amazing Spider-Man number 365, and Ryan's already trying to get to number 4. So we're
Oh,
going to
I
bring in
want
number
it.
4.
Spider-Man 2099, number 1 from 1992. This first Spider-Man 2099 ongoing series also returns to the list. It continues its upward trajectory with 84 copies sold, 7-day uptick of 99%, and a high sale of almost $300, $298 for a CGC 9.8.
Man, Spider-Man 2099, man. This list is littered with some 90s goodness. Again, this was the number 1 last week. Spider-Man number 2099, number 1 should be at every LCS right now. There should be an entire box of these
Yeah.
foil covers for everyone to go out there and buy. So at number 4,
Also
we have
look for the
Spider-Man 2099, number
look
1.
for the elusive white cover, the toy cover, right?
Right. Yeah. The Toy Biz.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So number 3, I think only some East Coast people are going to have this one. This is a great book. So what do we got at number 3?
Number 3 is the Daily Bugle Special Edition newspaper, limited to 3,000. So this is Sony Pictures Entertainment from 2021. So this week's number 3 entry is not a comic book, yet it falls into the gray area of being comic book adjacent. As we noted in our weekly review last week, this new Spider-Man movie No Way Home hit theaters. Sony Pictures produced this limited edition Daily Bugle newspaper to promote the release to coincide with the film's release. Limited to 3,000 copies and distributed through a New York City pop-up newsstand. Those who were lucky enough to scoop up one were happy to see it become a huge hit on the secondary market. In the past 7 days, 70 copies sold with a 7-day trend of 131% and high sale of $200 for a raw copy. Well, I guess one of the benefits to living in New York, maybe the only
You
one.
know
Would
what?
this even could you even grade this? I mean, do they do
No,
newspaper size?
It is literally a newspaper. So I actually had a picture, and I actually was off, and I probably should have went to New York when this popped up. Really cool, standard little newspaper shop there, pop up in New York, and they just had this filter like littered all over it with this information. The inside has him, talking about killing Mysterio, and just again, you get like all these different ads from like Geico and Liberty Mutual and all this different things. So number 3, man, this is a book that's again, unless you lived in New York, there was no way you were getting this for cover price.
Uncanny Swag says he's got one.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Nice. Proof of
Very
life, sir.
nice.
Proof of life. Let's
Yeah, we want to see
get
that.
a picture with today's newspaper.
Take some pictures, look through it. We definitely want to see that. So at number 3, we have the Daily Bugle Special Edition newspaper, limited to 3,000 copy from Sony Pictures Entertainment that just came out last week. What do we got at number 2?
This is kind of cool. X-Men 282. This is the gold second print edition from 1991. And with phase 4 of the MCU underway, the big question for fans is when and where the X-Men and mutants will first appear. Collectors are buying into key X-Men characters in a big way over the past year. However, certain characters seem to get pulled into the speculation wave. This was seen when many thought that Omega Red would be the first mutant to appear in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Then there was speculation that Magneto might appear in WandaVision. While neither of those happened, the recent connections between time travel have led speculators to Bishop and his first appearance in Uncanny X-Men number 282. How, when, and where, it's not clear. And they focused on the gold second print last week for some reason. Maybe they just like the gold, and that pushed 26 copies to sell, and it gave it a 7-day uptrend of 493%, and had a high sale of $400 for a CGC 9.8. If you're interested, the current front-running speculation is that the Illuminati and Charles Xavier will appear in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Bishop seems a little bit like a ways off, but as always, this is the 2020s and anything can happen.
Man, if speculation for Spider-Man No Way Home was anything that we're going to see,
insanity. It's going to be a multiverse of madness of speculation.
That's literally what it is. But it's funny how this book is now more expensive than the first print, but yet a book like the first appearance of Cable, which is the same thing, has the different color background, is
or
not
even
as,
Carnage.
Yeah,
to be
even the
more
Carnage
recent,
one
you
too.
know.
It's crazy. So, number 2, we have X-Men number 282. Who would have thought that First Bishop would have
It's
been hitting the
crazy.
top 3 in
That's a nice sale,
2021 towards the end
$400.
of the year? Well, so the over-under was 4.5 on Spider-Man related books. So, no, I don't know. Do we really want to count these? No, we don't want to count those. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. With that one for 4. What do we got at number 1? Do we get the over under 4.5?
We did not. Number 1 is What If number 18 from 1979. So again, that short Doctor Strange trailer was just enough to help several books land on this week's list, including the first appearance of evil Doctor Strange. As seen in the trailer, a more sinister Strange appears, as seen in the Disney Plus What If series, with a voiceover stating, "I hope you understand the greatest threat of our universe is you." While this issue isn't the same character, it's the closest thing. This issue features what if Doctor Strange was a disciple of Dormammu? 37 copies sold, had a 7-day trend of 551%, and had a high sale of $140 for a CGC 9.6. So, yeah, I mean, this one's going to be a tough one. Like, there really isn't an exact, first appearance for that quote unquote evil Doctor Strange. So we might actually see like a couple books that hit kind of around that, this being one of them. I know, Justin, didn't you have one that you were talking about?
Yeah, we talked about it last week on the podcast. Is Doctor Strange number 46 and number 47 of the 1992 series, where it's the Necromancer, which is kind of the Doctor Strange when he has that blue getup, like covers his face, because that's another one. But yeah, I what if number 18? If anybody saw that last trailer, that was definitely making what if canon. So who's there it is, Sorcerer Supreme number 46, yeah, from 1992. So really nice list. So number
it's a
1,
good
what
one.
if number 18 from 1979, but I'm sure we're going to get a what if book coming next year on this list, definitely. So
Man, those what if books are it's so crazy. You want to talk about moderately like dollar bin books as well, where's the what if titles. So but now, with what if being a thing going forward, like who knows what's going to show up. It's crazy. I mean, these are the books to probably pick up if you can find them.
Yeah, Doctor
I heard
Strange.
someone say that a long time ago too.
Yeah.
What if, and
what if shows up?
Doctor Strange is going to be huge next year.
Oh my God.
I can't even imagine. Again, the speculation, we are going to be seeing
the scope of that
and
movie
everything
is
coming out of
so
nowhere.
huge. It's just huge. I don't know. From that little trailer, it's going to be a big one. It's going to be big. It's going to be big.
Yeah. Tim says we're getting the trailer in a few weeks, hopefully before the end of the year, because again, it's right around the corner. It's 5 months away. So that's all we have for today's CovrPrice top 10.
Tim says, what if Jane Foster was the first to set off that trend, and real close, maybe even tied for first, would have been the what if Planet Hulk. That one got real hot too. So it was like those two were the two, I think, that really started it off.
Yeah,
for sure.
So
now get them all. Go buy them. Hurry. Tomorrow's
closing
Wednesday.
words, Mr. Manimal down there.
No, just Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy holidays. Hope everyone has a safe holiday season with their family and enjoys their time. If you haven't seen Spider-Man, you need to go see it. Please, definitely.
Awesome.
It's worth it.
Good movie.
And speaking of Spider-Man, myself and Justin on the Comic-Con podcast just dropped a review today. So check that out. Give it a listen if you've seen it already, and shoot us a line and let us know what your thoughts were.
Yes. And Jedi, what do you got?
Hey, awesome list this week. I saw a lot of good ratios. Y'all got some good collections out there. Very cool. I will see you Thursday with the Shakers list. And until then, keep digging in the tea leaves.
From myself, again, anybody out there from Lords of the Long Box, I won't be on the Thursday show. Wishing everybody a safe and happy holidays. Merry Christmas to everyone. We really appreciate it. Check out the latest episode of the Comic-Con podcast, iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Anchor FM. And keep digging in those long boxes. Peace out.
Now let's do this! Rewind, select and come again. Pull up that from the top to the very last. Jump.
Who are you to make their lives bitter in hard bondage? In this you shall know that the Lord is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it! We're here! We're back!
Let's do a job!
You can't get fresher than this.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 5 greatest heroes. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
When it comes, I won't even notice.